What's up, everyone? So today is Saturday, and I'm getting ready for, it should be a pretty busy day. I already looked at the reservations. We look like we should be pretty packed. And Friday, coming off of Friday was a very unusual Friday. Very different, not what I was expecting. I was expecting it to be very busy. Not that we were slow, but we were definitely not very busy. And we ended up getting a lot of cancellations. But we've been getting cancellations for Friday throughout the whole week. And as we have been getting the cancellations, we have been getting new reservations. So you want to say that they've been canceling each other out, but they haven't. At the end, you end up getting more cancellations. But it was just a very weird night. Throughout Friday, even we built up the reservations back up. Throughout Friday, we end up getting some more cancellations. And many of them, they just called, at least they were nice enough to call. But again, it's just, you buy a product, luckily we were able to use the product because we were somewhat busy, but definitely nowhere as busy as we were expected to be with the reservations. So I don't know what happened. I really don't know. I couldn't talk about the cancellations early in the week for Friday because the weather was supposed to be really bad on Friday. It was supposed to be like a downpour, 100% precipitation. And I can see people canceling because Philadelphia is one of those places that if the weather's pretty bad, like I said before, if the weather usually is pretty bad, it's usually a slow night. And I mean, I've been proven wrong one day. I don't know, that one of those days that it's actually almost the beginning of this, steadiness. That one weekend, it was supposed to be the northeastern, and we were one of the busiest days of the week. It was very weird. So I'm not even, I could say that's pretty one of the consistent things that happen, but I've been proven wrong once. But overall, just one time out of every single time, I'll still stick to that is pretty consistent. So I took those cancellations for that. But then they changed. We started getting more cancellations the day of. So the weather started changing, and they started saying that the weather was going to be pretty bad early in the day, and at nighttime it should be, it should break and should be a little bit nicer. So I think that's the reasons why we got more reservations. I don't know if it was because the sudden change in weather at the last minute, people made last minute reservations, and it was just like, I guess they were not very concrete, but we ended up getting a lot of cancellations. Way too many cancellations. Like I said, we got reservations more and more throughout the day, but at the same time, we were getting a lot of those same reservations that we made at the last minute. They were also canceling. So I'm gonna chalk it up to, it could just be just the weather and last minute reservations, and that's probably all it is. I also, because I saw all of the cancellations, I started to look. Like I said, the weather is one of the main factors, and usually any type of big news that comes out, there's a correlation to, the businesses, especially my business, the hospitality business, the restaurant business. It's one of those businesses that people go out to have a good time, and they everything else kind of has to fall into place for them to be, for it to be busy, people wanting to go out. This is a convenience. This is not, people going out of their way to go out to eat. They want everything to kind of fall into place in a sense, which is fine. But what I've noticed is that, the news has the big correlation. So I don't know. They've been talking about the numbers rising on the cases. But and it's funny how they show that, because, and again, this is a touchy subject, and I don't want to talk about it. I'm not even talking about it. I'm just repeating what the news is saying. All I know is that they've been saying that they have been, the cases are, growing. The surge, they call it. They always come up with a phrase or a name for it. So they're starting with that. And again, this is right after we started getting busy, after they started talking about how all the numbers were dropping. And they were talking about the numbers dropping all the way till last week. They were talking about record low numbers, but now it's talking about record high surges. So it's like from one day to the other, it goes from record low numbers to record high surges. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to start affecting the business. It usually does, and that's was the reason why I had my fingers crossed to see. Maybe I mean, they haven't really mentioned anything about, over here. It's in many other states they're talking about. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll definitely keep my ears posted to the news because I have to. I never had to listen to the news as much as I do now. I mean, I would listen to the news, but I never took anything, I never paid as much attention to it as I do now, because I see there's a direct correlation to my business. It doesn't matter what political party you belong to, there's going to be a direct correlation to my business when I watch the news. And people are just, influenced, and I get it, because the news technically it should be a place for you to get information, but I think sometimes that information is a little, insinuating one thing, and the best proof of that is that you have different channels and they'll say the same news differently. So that's always been my whole pet peeve. You have a point of view, and you'll kind of listen to whatever you want to listen to, and you're going to take things however you feel like taking. You're going to hear what you're going to hear. So, all right, guys, I'm done. I'm out. I just kind of went off topic again. Later. Bye.